So, hi, YouTubies. I know I'm in the bed. I'm actually chilling, reading this book. It's really awesome. It goes on talking about marketing because even now, what people don't realize, like marketing is so essential for everything you do. Even when you're an actor, like it's like everybody has to be on this run and go get it, like popularity contest, because realistically if the people love you, you will be in more movies, you will have more commercials, you will get more deals, you will be on covers of magazines, and that's just the way it goes. I was saying to myself like a few, like maybe a year or two ago, I was talking about, okay, how to differentiate my career with going into acting from my modeling, because I love to model. But what I realized is you're never going to stop modeling when you become an actor. You still have photo ops. You have so many things that you can do. It's even brands and companies that will, see that you're popular or the people love you, and they will have you come model their clothes or their shoes or whatever product it is to, get themselves. That's just the way it is. So I personally feel like, well, this topic really doesn't have anything to do necessarily with what I was just saying about marketing with this book, but I really came on here to talk about how I feel about working in the club. That's one thing I would never tell y'all, that I try to flex like I'm so much better than other people, that I have money just laying around, that it just falls out the sky for me. Because it did not, and it does not. It was a time period when I first started my modeling acting career where I did not have an outside job other than modeling and acting. Yes, I was broke as crap. Yes, I really didn't have any money. Like I really did. And then all of a sudden I was going through a situation, a hardship. Me and my boyfriend broke up, and so I decided, hey, you know what, Lauren? A lot of people was telling me here in Atlanta, they was like, because I live here in Atlanta, Georgia. A lot of people was like, get a job at a club or a bar or a lounge or something like that, that is at night and is easy to kind of like, it goes with your career and lifestyle, kind of, sort of, if that makes any sense. Like, it's not, it gets you money quick, and you can call off, and certain things when you have a shoot to do, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm kind of wore out and over it. I'm not gonna lie, like it's getting to the point where I really want to cut back on working in the club a lot and start focusing way more on what I really love. Because I was reading, I think it might have been in this acting book, or no, it was a acting coach that was saying, why are you spending so much time working and doing something that's not preparing you for this, for your life, what you really want to do in life? And how can you promote other people, companies, more than you promote yourself, and things that you have to do? You have to make sure you can sustain for yourself. That's the most important thing in life, is to just love yourself. And realistically, I have had trouble over the years to really realize, like, Lauren, you need to love yourself better. And it's been a journey. I really been through a lot. It's been a journey, going through a lot of emotional ups and downs and back and forths, and not getting the support that I feel like I should be getting from people that are quote unquote my family or friends or whatever. I've lost friends. I have gained associates, and I really mean associates, because it's like that. It's definitely like that. And I'm not gonna lie, working in the club, sometimes I get embarrassed. Is a reason why I'm embarrassed, which I had to get over. Now I'm just like, whatever, Lauren, get over it. It's like when people that don't even know me recognize me from my Instagram, or recognize me from some kind of source, and they be like, aren't you Lauren? And I be like, huh? And they be like, oh yeah, you don't know me, but I know you from Instagram. And it kind of like blows my mind sometimes. Okay, I will say this. At first thought, I do get embarrassed. And then as I walk off from trying to sell them a hookah, I realize, like, Lauren, what are you upset about? I mean, I know this image that you're supposed to be, this big, thing on Instagram, that it kind of hurts your feelings to see that you're still working in the club and you want to cut out all of that. And that's what I've been working on now too, is just really walking away. It's so much disrespect that comes with working in the club. It comes with so many ups and downs. It comes with so many issues that actually working in the club can bring you. Like, before I worked in the club, yes, I did drink, yes, I did have fun, but I feel like when I start working in the club, like during the week, I'm cool. But when I go to work, it's like it's weird how they explain it. And I talked to some of my coworkers about this. Do they feel the same? It's like you have to freaking drink to even sustain dealing with other drunk people. And then it's other people that are owners and, people that know the owner, related to the owners and all this kind of stuff, that want you to respect them and kiss their butt too. And it's a lot of trauma. Like, you literally can be good, not even drunk, not even nothing, and people would throw things at you as though you are doing something wrong. Like, literally, I could tell you about the story that this has happened. I've gotten into it with several guys that have called me a bitch, like it was nothing, because they thought that I was trying to, you know, it's make them feel some type of way, or they felt, quote unquote, I guess, disrespected, because they felt like, oh, well, I'm such and such and I know such and such and I do such and such, so you should respect me more than this. And it's not even nothing that I physically physically did to them, or, well, I'll say said to them. It'll literally be something like this. This happened to me like last night. I was doing my job. It was the end of the night. It was a big party night. The party didn't turn out as well as everybody thought. A lot of people that, the owners and stuff knew came out to support. Of course, that's what you're supposed to do. I mean, I really respect the support they have for these owners and cousins and stuff that own these clubs. I really do. I think that is the best part about the club, is because people that own them or invest in them, their family and friends that they know do come and support. On the other hand, it's a little nauseating because they want all their stuff free and all this kind of other stuff, just like, hey, whatever. So I literally, it was the end of the night. The lights had came on. We are cleaning up. We're picking up hookahs. I usually pick up I try to pick up as many hookahs as I can at one time. I'm at least picking up at least 4 hookahs, or sometimes I might even try to do 5. A lot of times, when the party's over, the hookah top parts are like loose. So my strategy usually is I go and get the we call it the swinger, but it's like the metal bucket that we put the coal in. So I go and take the coal off. So if one of the balls fall off, if one of the tops fall off, it won't burn me, it won't burn anybody, it won't burn the carpet, it won't burn the property, because at the end of the day, I still respect people's property. So I go and pick up a majority of the hookahs. The hookah place, I even, took some hookahs from some of the strippers. The bouncers and everybody's kicking everybody out. And it's certain people that's still allowed to stay in there. So this person, most of the people that were the owners, them cousins and stuff that were allowed to stay, of course, everybody's sitting in the section and chilling. So I literally picked up somebody's hookah, and I picked up 2 hookahs, and I was taking the coal off them, preparing, because they wasn't smoking the hookah. So it wasn't like I just snatched the hookahs from them out of disrespect or anything. They literally, well, I will admit, I'm lying. A female that was in the section was smoking the hookah. And I asked her, I was like, well, I'm about to, I started taking the coal off first. And I'm like, well, I'm about to take the hookahs or whatever. And the other hookah was just sitting on the table and nobody was smoking it. So I take the coal off the hookahs, and, the girl wasn't tripping, nothing. And I took them, and I was preparing to pick them up to take them. And the person got mad. He got mad at me because I was about to take the hookah. In essence, I will say, I get it. You're drunk, you know what I mean, and you're upset. You feel this certain level of respect that you have to have, and everything. I get it. I understand. I just don't like when people get really upset with me about doing my job. That's the only thing I really have a problem with when it comes to working at a club. People will get upset at you for doing your job. So the person went off on me. Well, I was like, well, the owner did not tell me that I was supposed to keep y'all 2 hookahs or whatever. So the owner came back and he was like, tell her to leave this hookah alone. And he told me to leave it alone. And I said, okay. And I was like, well, can I take one of them and, you can have this one? He goes off and like, no, you leave both of them. Put the code back on there and leave both of them. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I go walk around the building again, just trying to make sure that all the other hookahs are picked up. I knew that other section at the top, was, fam, don't touch their stuff, whatever. And needless to say, a lot of times we stay in there till we don't get off work until like 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay. And honestly, it's like nights that you really didn't make the money that you thought you was gonna make, and stuff, you really be ready to go, like really, really, really ready to go home. So I leave it alone. I go over to the, family side or whatever and ask them, hey, is there any hookahs that I can pick up or take off here? And I come into a situation where the guy that got mad at me for taking his hookah is up there talking to the fam, cussing, calling me a drunk bitch. Excuse my French again. A drunk bitch. And I'm like, I'm not even drunk. Why are you trying to force some kind of energy on me because you feel some type of way, because you felt like I should have, made sure that your hookah stayed on the table? Like, one rule that they do have is that we have to pick up every hookah. We cannot leave the club dirty. So I was just trying to do my job. It was no disrespect in it, like, at all, you know what I'm saying? Especially since I didn't see him smoking one of the hookahs, so I thought it would be okay. And the other person, the other female, I didn't know who she was at all because he wasn't even at the table. He came back to the table in the midst of the process of me, like, doing this, you know what I'm saying, or picking up the hookah. So, it was nothing, anything like that. It's literally, I was tired as crap. People don't understand. Sometimes people have other gigs to do during the day. So when I come to work at 8 p.m. and leave at and when the club finally cut the lights on at 3 a.m. and we spend like an hour or two cleaning up, you're tired. You're not really thinking about, oh, this is such and such, so I cannot touch this or that or da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You don't think about that. And it's not even that. And it's more, to me personally, it's the disrespect that you would get. You really get disrespected. And people who are drunk that are around you will try to make it seem like you are drunk. So that's the reason why you are, quote unquote, disrespecting them in an essence of, and I'm like, dog, I'm not drunk. I'm not disrespecting you. What made you feel like it was okay for you to call me a drunk bitch? And now he got everybody that's in the section that's, could possibly get me fired are sitting here looking at me like I really did something to him. And if being real with you, if I really did something to him, believe me, somebody would have seen a big argument. I wasn't even yelling at all. Like, I didn't raise my voice not one time. Not one time did I raise my voice. The only thing I was upset about is when he called me a drunk B-word and storming off. Like, what is wrong with you? I didn't do nothing to you. I didn't burn. I did not do nothing to you. I literally put the code back on it, handed y'all back the hookahs, and went on by my business. And then I went and got my payout, and then my manager wanted to talk to me about, basically, Lauren, she didn't say anything negative. She was just like, Lauren, hey, if you're drunk or if you've been drinking, please don't, you're the top seller and we need you here and I don't want you to get fired. And I elaborated with her. I was like, babe, I really don't have much to say because I'm not drunk and I didn't do anything wrong. I was just making sure that I got up all the hookahs and handling the business. I didn't get smart with him, didn't say anything bad to him, nothing. But I guess I'm just getting exhausted with the whole situation and everything. I mean, like I will say, everybody club experience is not like mine. I will say sometimes I feel like being a hookah girl is really the bottom of the totem pole because the respect level you get sometimes is like zero respect. Like, people, especially when they get a little something in their system, they treat you nasty, they talk to you nasty. They just don't care anymore at that point, which, that's what the club is for. It's not for you to disrespect people, but it's for you to release everything and for you to have fun and laugh and, whatever. And that's what it's there for. I mean, that's why at first it really wasn't that big of a deal, working there, because it really isn't that bad. But you will have those times when you get very disrespected or made to feel less than what you are, or people, like I said, put some negative things or energy on you, and you like, what are you talking about? Especially if it's a person that has some kind of control or leeway. What they say, it goes. Even if you didn't do anything, if they are made to feel like you did something and were telling anybody else that's above you or whatever that you made them feel some type of way, even if you didn't even do it, like, you did it. And that's how I was made to feel last night. And that's what happened to me last night. I'm not suggesting that people shouldn't work at the club, and I'm not saying the club jobs are bad, or that doing hookah is not bad. No, it's really times where it's really awesome and fun, and people are laughing and we joking and we just having a good night. But like I said, it'd be some instances when you have this happen. And I'm not gonna lie, I really am very grateful for the money that I do make, because it helps me take care of myself better. When I tell you, when I was only modeling and acting, this is a hard game. And when I was only modeling and acting, like, the money, when you're building your resume, I'm telling you, it's not that great at all. It's not. So, that other extra income helped me, because I was living in the hood. Like, I was living in Riverdale. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, it's nothing wrong with that, but it's just like, I'm telling you, the only thing what the problem was, I was getting my door kicked in every week. Like, I'll move into an apartment, they'll kick in my door and steal everything that I have. And then I have to try to find a way to buy all my stuff back. My TVs, all that stuff. Then I moved to another one on that side of town, and the same thing happened. Somebody kicked in my door again and took all my TVs and laptops. I mean, like, I'm talking about literally took curling irons and flat irons from out my house. Yes, literally curling irons and flat irons out my loft, out my apartment. So now I stay in a safer area. I stay in a better area. I stay in the city, which most people be like, you stay in the city. I mean, but in Atlanta, it's still the South. When you stay in the city, you stay in a nicer neighborhood. I haven't never gotten robbed since I've been here. Like, everything I'm living better, and I just want to not have to worry about waking up and somebody is breaking into my place or whatever. So that's pretty much my spiel on, like, how I feel about, working in the club while you're trying to achieve your goals. Because really, honestly, even with trying to work towards achieving your goal, things cost. Like, headshots cost money. Right now, I started my own makeup line. You can see it and check it out, Glitches and Glitter. I'm gonna put, of course, I always put the link information and also the Instagram page on in my description or whatever. I always do that, so y'all can just click on that. Even my personal Instagram is up under there. You can click on there, go follow me, and please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I've really learned my thing. I'm just gonna start just telling you how my life is and how things are going, and I really want you to understand that if you're going through things, or if you're on the same career path as me of modeling and acting, it's okay sometimes that things just get confusing. Things just kind of get out of whack. And like I said, I'm not trying to discourage you from getting a job at the club or whatever, but no, I'm just saying, I'm just venting about something that happened to me personally, that the one big thing that I do not like about working in the club is the levels of disrespect that you can encounter. So thanks for listening to me. Subscribe to my channel, and until next time.